Hello. So I know Zoom was jacking up today. Every time I tried to get it to start, it would shut down and also shut down my computer. So technology. Okay, anyway, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through the Unit 3 review. There's a Unit 3 review that you can do. And if you also notice, what is this? Right here. If you do the review, you get bonus points. Alright, so here we go. First part is there are all these vocab words on your exam, and I'm going to go through every single one of them. So, first one, two lines that never intersect and are coplanar. So they look like this. Okay, first of all, keyword lines. So it means, oh, this doesn't work. It's talking about planes. Alright, so what does it mean for them to never touch and to be going the same direction like this? It means parallel. All right, next we have lines that intersect to form a 90-degree angle. They look like this. Okay, well, we know it's not parallel because you've already done it. We know it's not planes because we're just talking about lines. This right here is perpendicular. All right, next we have two lines that, this is supposed to be that don't intersect and are not coplanar. Nope, nope, nope. Process of elimination. You're like, why'd you mark all those out? We already used parallel, we already used perpendicular, and this is talking about planes, not even lines. And those look like when we're in a three-dimensional world, which, I mean, we are. It's the lines that go up and down and then side to side. They're never going to touch. Okay. And our last vocab word is two planes that never intersect. Where there's only one of these that has the word plane in it. That's parallel planes. All right. Now, this next set of problems, we're dealing with boxes, lines, and bow ties. So remember, if we create a line, so they could look something like this. That means we're going to be equal to 180. If we create a box, that means we're going to be equal to 90. And if we create a bow tie, this means we're going to be equal. Okay? So if we look here at number 5, first thing I notice is that I have a box. So that means we're dealing with 90. So to find B, we're going to take 90 minus 61, and that leaves us with 29. All right. Now this one, you're like, oh, there's a line. But the key thing here is that we're dealing with angle B and 55, which again are creating a box. So we're dealing with 90 again. So we're going to do 90 minus 55. Which means we're going to have 35. Oh, look, another box. I think you can handle that. Oh, look, another box. Oh, look, another box. Okay, now for the new stuff. Now, just a reminder of all of our angle relationships. Okay, first one we have is corresponding. So corresponding means we're going to be in the same spot. For example, X and Y are in the same spot. Okay, then we have alternate interior. Like Y and Z. And then we have alternate exterior. Like X and A. And then we have, nope, same side. Interior. Like Y and B. Okay, so let's look at this one. So we're looking right here. First thing I notice is they're right next to each other like y and b are, so they're going to be same side interior. All right, let's look at this next one. They're outside and opposite, so alternate exterior. Handle that one? Okay, boom. We are opposite and inside, so we are alternate interior. Handle, handle. And then handle this one. See how they're in the same location? That would be corresponding. Alright, now, for the next set, remember this is where we talk about neighbor or not neighbor. If they are neighbors, they add to equal 180. Not neighbors, they just equal. Okay, so for example, 84 and question mark, they're not neighbors, so they're equal to each other. So this is also 84. You can handle that. Alright, look at this one, question mark and 81. They're definitely not neighbors. They're nowhere near each other, so they're the same. Right here. See how these are neighbors. They're right next to each other. This means we would subtract it from 180. Okay? Okay, same rule applies if we're dealing with algebra. So I'm looking at this one and we say, are they neighbors or not neighbors? They're not neighbors, so they're the same. So we can say x plus 69 equals 60. Now, just a quick review on well, timer's not here. This is actually recording. Okay. Alright, so just a review on how to solve. Remember how we did variables and constants like this? So variables are the ones with x's, constants are the ones without. So our only variable is x. Our constants we have is 60. And we need to move this constant, 69, over there. So, but we have to make it opposite if we go through the line. So this would be 69. So then we get x equals -9. Opposites, also not neighbors, not neighbors, not neighbors, not neighbors, not neighbors. I want some neighbors, so I can do an example. Sugars. I'll make up an example of neighbors. I'll make a specific example, aka let me get on your test real quick and find a test question. Everyone likes it when the teacher gives them answers, don't they? Here's a good one. So we've got 13x minus 1, and we've got 11x plus 13. Alright, see how these are neighbors? They're right next to each other. That means they're going to add to equal 180. And you can still do the variables and constants on this. So our variables, we have 13x plus 11x. So we have nothing to move around. Our constants, we have 180 plus 1 minus 13. So what is that? Like 2x and then 162? Nope, 168 maybe? Stop trying to do math in your head. Ah! 168. Alright, and then anytime you have a number written right next to the variable, the way you get rid of it is you divide by that number. So we get x equals 84. Alright, now, you have, just a little reminder, you'll have midpoint questions on there. So just in case you don't remember your formula, your x's divide by 2, add your y's divide by 2. And remember that every point is written as x comma y. Okay? Good luck, y'all.